Ivy walked home late one evening, her footsteps echoing on the quiet street. She felt uneasy, like someone was following her. She turned quickly, but the road behind her was empty. Her heart raced and she began to walk faster. Just then a shadow moved across the corner. A chill ran down her spine. Ivy's voice shook as she whispered, "Who's there?" But no one answered. She hurried to the bus stop, clutching her bag tightly. That was when she saw Scott, a tall young man from her neighborhood, standing nearby. He noticed her pale face and asked softly, "Are you okay?" Before she could reply, a dark figure stepped out of the shadows. Scott grabbed her hand and pulled her behind him. The figure froze, then melted back into the night. Ivy's knees shook, but Scott's grip was steady. He promised, "I won't let anything happen to you." The next day, Ivy tried to forget the night before, but her mind refused to rest. Who was the person in the shadows? Why did they follow her? Scott walked with her to school, staying close. His eyes searched every corner as if danger was hiding nearby. Ivy admired his courage but also felt nervous. She had secrets, old memories she never wanted to revisit. At lunch, a note slipped into her locker. Her fingers trembled as she read it. Asterisk, "You thought you left me behind. You were wrong. I see you." Asterisk. Ivy dropped the note as if it burned her hands. Scott picked it up and frowned. "Do you know who sent this?" he asked. Ivy's lips moved but no words came out. Her heart whispered a name from her past, one she had buried deep inside. She was afraid that her nightmare had finally found her again. Scott decided not to leave Ivy alone. He stayed near her house, waiting at the gate in the evenings. Ivy felt safe when he was there, yet the unease inside her grew stronger. That night she dreamed of the past. She saw the face of a boy she once knew, a boy who never wanted to let her go. His smile had turned into something dark, something that frightened her. She woke up sweating, tears in her eyes. She had tried to escape him years ago, but now he was back. Later that evening, Ivy and Scott heard footsteps behind them again. Ivy froze, her chest heavy with fear. The figure stepped into the light this time and Ivy gasped. It was no stranger. It was Daniel, the boy she once trusted, the boy she thought she had left behind forever. His eyes burned with anger. Daniel's voice was calm, almost too calm. "Ivy," he said, "you promised me you would never leave." His words cut through the air like knives. Ivy shook her head, her hands trembling. "I was just a child," she whispered. Scott stepped in front of her, his fists clenched. "Stay away from her," he warned. But Daniel only laughed, a sound that sent chills through Ivy's bones. "You don't understand," Daniel said, staring at Scott. "She belongs to me." Ivy's chest tightened. She remembered the times Daniel had followed her to school, the way he watched her, the way he refused to listen when she said no. Tears blurred her sight as she shouted, "I don't belong to you." For a moment, silence filled the street. Scott grabbed Ivy's hand and pulled her back, but Daniel lunged forward. Fear turned to fire in Ivy's heart. In that final moment, Ivy found her voice. She stepped forward, her body shaking but her eyes strong. "Daniel, you can't control me anymore," she said firmly. "You are my past, not my future." Daniel's face twisted with rage. He reached out, but Scott pushed him back with all his strength. A car's headlights swept across the road, and Daniel stumbled into the light, his shadow stretching long and thin. Sirens wailed in the distance. Someone had called the police. Daniel's eyes darted around, fear now showing on his face. He ran into the night and did not look back. Ivy collapsed into Scott's arms, tears soaking his shirt. But this time they were not tears of fear, they were tears of freedom. She looked up at him and whispered, "Thank you." Scott smiled softly, holding her close. The night felt lighter and for the first time in years Ivy felt safe.